Hi everybody, Judy Parcell here again, and it's about a week before Christmas, and the other day I went to town and I went to the what I call garbage club and is solid waste, and I took my bag of garbage for the weekend, and there's a booth there and a really sweet woman that works there, and her name is Erica. And she's the mom, and she's got 6 kids, and she's working full time, and telling me how she was getting ready for Christmas. We talked about the snow, and she took my money, and I got ready to go, and she said, "I have something for you." And she gave me a set of handmade earrings, and you know, I don't have any Christmas jewelry at all. And I thought that was the sweetest thing. I was very impressed. So now I have a pair of Christmas earrings. So I kept thinking, I want to give her something for her thoughtfulness. So I'm going to make her one of my handmade cards. And this is truly handmade, because I started with pencil, and I drew out the design on the card, and then I used my pen and ink to draw it all in. And I think I just did a lesson on YouTube for you guys how to make this card. And after I did that, I erased all the pencil lines out, and I had a really neat card. And I made it once, and I went to use markers, and it bled through. So this is 65 pounds cardstock. You don't want to use markers on this. I found out the hard way. Now when I flipped this over on this side, the black did not come through. So, but here's my whole design. You remember this one. And I'm going to color this in with colored pencils. I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. So first thing I did was I took a piece of this paper that I cut off of this, and I picked out the colored pencils I wanted and made a test sample here before I applied it here. I don't want to have to go back and redo everything I just got through doing. That's a lot of work right there. So I'm going to start with my background. And I'll start with a light yellow. I don't know if you can see this. This is really light yellow. Bear it down a little bit. These are colored pencils by Arteza. Now you don't have to get up in every corner, but you just want to give the impression of a background for this so that it will pop out for you. So you just put some yellow in. Now I think you can see that. I picked out a couple of yellows for this because this one I knew was going to be paler, but you always want to do your palest colors first, and then you can come in with something heavier. Once you put the heavy in, that's it. But the lighter, you know you can get away with that. So you'll notice I just kind of went around everything really loosely, and just to get down a layer of yellow to offset and make this look like a background. I'm going to come in with a little darker yellow. Actually, it's brighter, isn't it? Just a little bit, because I have the other one on there. So this is an idea for a quickie card that you might want to make for somebody, like this lady that did that nice, kind thought for me. I just thought, wow. Okay, I'll start with that. And I'm going to use a dark green on this. And for the logo on the back, I'm going to use a lighter green because this is a smaller object. And instead of red here, I'll use pink. And I'll use darker green here, and I'll use red. Alrighty, so let's go. Now these are watercolor pencils, but on something as lightweight as cardstock, I don't recommend you applying water to this because it will pucker. So you just kind of color it in, nothing fancy. Because you're giving an impression of a Christmas card. And holly, and it's Christmassy, and, you know, leave a little bit of white kind of in here, and it tells the brain, oh, this must have a little curve to it. So I leave a little white. That's the shiny part. If you've ever looked at holly, it's really waxy. Also prickers like the devil too. You see this is going pretty darn fast. Got one more leaf to go. Now we'll do the berries. It pays to be organized before you start. Interestingly enough, I have to be organized to do these videos because I try to make them as short as possible and to the point. And that takes some planning on my part. So you're not waiting for me to go, let's see, what color am I going to pick? And then I step off the screen or something. All right. So that's that part. Now I picked a pink, and I picked a pink for the top of this. And for all that I was saying about being organized, guess what, kids? I didn't pick out my blue that I wanted on the bottom part of this ornament. So, let me here. Okay. This is my favorite. This is periwinkle. I love periwinkle for everything. So I will do periwinkle here. And I leave those little dots white. You could put gold pen in there if you want. You know, like make that gold, make that gold. If you want to do that, you could. But I really didn't plan for that. On this one. And there you have the card. I'm going to flip it around, and I want to use a lighter green on this because it's smaller, and I don't have to be quite as fussy with this. And then I'm going to use a very pale pink on the berries, because they'll show up mo better if I do the pink than if I did the red. The reds would be as dark as the black, and on something this small you don't want to do that. So there is my card for Erica. Thank you for coming to my studio. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and have a wonderful Christmas with your friends and family. Talk to you later.